Right, so I want to talk about this issue of late 2021 until September 2022. In that time period, I had over 40 threats per day, every single day of that time period. Every single fucking day, and I'm not making that up. And some days it could be up to 150, even 200. Also, it's the same figure for the amount of people that were photographing me with their smartphone, telling me that I'm going to be shot dead, or being knifed down, or that they're going to pass my photo around to other people to get them to sort me out in ways of killing me, murdering me, smashing me to fucking pieces, knifing me down, or committing murder on me, or shooting me dead. And it's all on sexuality, with lies that have been made up. Also, they're mistaking me as Liam and Saven when they're photographing me in most cases. And again, this is like anything from 40 times to 150 times, and on some days 200 times, but at least 40 times per day, every single day of that time period. And I don't know how the fuck they managed to do that. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to mention is the amount of people that were coughing or sneezing in my face. That could be up to 300 times. 300 times was rare, but you always had at least 40 people sneeze in my face, and regular, it was 100 plus times most days. How was that being done every single day in that time period? Well, the problem is, since that time period, things are kicking off again, because roughly just after around the time period Labour got into power last year, in the main government in London, would be the sort of time period of when all this action's been stepped up against me. So what they're doing is they're causing everyone's movement around me to be as busy as they can possibly cause it, and controlling everyone's movement around me, so you can't get in shops without being sneezed at or anything like that. And wherever you go, they're causing as much traffic as they can build up into your direction everywhere you go. And because of this, it's causing all the fucking problems to kick off. So that's why many people are starting on me again, and this is why you've got many setups, many suggestions occurring. And when all this stuff is being built up around me, or this controlled movement, or whatever you want to call it, it's causing shit stirring, it's causing trouble, it's increasing the situation of almost getting attacked. It's causing many, many problems, but they won't stop it, and I don't know who's causing it or why it needs to be done. Right, so the last 15 minutes has really pissed me off, because there's been about 150 voice sounds, and every time I try audio recording the evidence, the creator's causing the sounds to stop so I can't get the evidence, in a controlled way, by the way. So there's been sounds anything from telling me that I've raped specific girls' names who I've never had sex with, to breaking in, to being knifed dead, to being shot dead, to being taken apart in your next life, to being sexually molested as a child in your next life, to burning in the fire of hell, to making suggestions when people walk past for them to smash me in or whatever, or telling people that my name is Saven when it isn't, and other bits and pieces like that. So I'm a little bit pissed off. Also, it's been quite busy down here, but there hasn't been any threats as such, and there's been 13 loud bites tied to an erection via a person that looks like someone who raped me as a child, tied to an erection with a sudden outbreak of crow ha-ha-ha and seagull ha-ha-has. But when I got my digital audio recording device out to audio record the evidence, all sounds came to a sudden stop, like it was being controlled. Right, so there's a couple of other things I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention on the previous section, and that was when I was about 8 or 9 years of age. So on the roof, there was crows and seagulls going, oh, 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 and also going, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, and going, ooh, ooh. And this was all occurring, and it's not just once, it's happened a couple of times when I was sexually abused in that time period. Anyway, let's go back to the setups. As I reach the road, dark red car tied, 2 dark reds, 4 grey cars, black and blue car, crow says shot dead, bird says sad, nothing left, Justin, and then dino rod tied. Right, so we've got another load of fucking problems. So we've got a crow saying, shag a hag. Well, I don't want to shag a hag. I want a young aged woman, not a fucking granny. And also accusing me of having sex with specific girls' names who I've never shagged. Right, the next problem is, I mentioned I had pulled muscle pain in my legs yesterday. Well, it's reoccurring again today. But the problem is I've had to go out because of the burning sensation at my place. Now this burning sensation can take up to 48 hours to go if it's been really bad. And that's been discovered while staying at my mum's in a time period of 2 occasions that I've been there recently. So when this burning occurs, it's only occurring at my place. It doesn't happen when I go out, and it doesn't happen when I go to visit or stay at other people's places or go on holiday. It only happens at home. I can go camping and it will be eliminated the next day, and also you'll feel slightly refreshed, and you won't feel so negative minded either. It seems to affect your mind when this burning occurs. It seems to put you in like a very low mood or low spirits, and can sometimes cause you to get a bit tempered or fiery when it goes on to a level where it's just continuous, like it usually is. And then obviously there is one more thing I want to mention, because the dog has just been saying, "You're being beat up, Just. You're being beat up. You're being beat up." Right, so I just seen someone with a t-shirt. The t-shirt resembles a painting I saw at the Healing Weekend just under a decade ago on a visit there. So basically, I went there and you had this painting of Mary Magdalene. At the time, I didn't know that Mary Magdalene was Jesus Christ's wife when he was on earth, just over 2,000 years ago. But anyway, as I was looking at that painting, writing down what the painting was on my daily problems sheet of paper, these blokes started on me, getting nasty with me. But one in particular got really nasty. He threatened to smash me to fucking pieces, saying, "You're a fucking sicko bastard. I'm going to fucking break your fucking arms and legs, I'm going to fucking smash you to pieces." And he got really, really nasty. He almost knocked down one of the New Age tables while getting aggressive with me, saying, "Come on, let's take him out on the fucking field. Come on, sick cunt. Just fucking smash him. He's fucking sick." And starting all that fucking rubbish. So at that time, I got out of the area very quickly and I dialed 999 to get the police. But as I did so, he was following me near enough, and he was still shouting regardless of all the people there. You know, the people were wondering what was going on, and he just kept on following me until I left. So eventually I managed to get out of there, and I think he stayed in the inside part of it, so I managed to escape easily when I left the event. Anyway, I put the phone down after doing the 999 call, and the people from the 999 service phoned me back to say, "You just called," and I said, "Yeah, it's alright, it's all okay now." And then I reported it separately on a less emergency issue when I actually reported another issue that occurred later on, because there's always problems and I was contacting the police regular, so I let them know at a later time so they could deal with a more urgent issue if they needed to deal with something, because I managed to get out of the situation at that time. A couple of years later, just over 5 years later or whenever it was, I went back to the Healing Weekend with my father, and I was accused of stealing off a specific stool, and also I was accused of stealing from that same stool the day before, and I wasn't even there the day before. Anyway, this person on that stool photographed me saying that I was Sven and saying, "You're having your fucking life taken, you're being beaten to fucking death, you sad cunt." He said, "You don't fucking steal from my fucking stool," and said, "That's it, you're fucking going, you're having a fucking burglary, you're fucking paying for it, you sick cunt, you're lost, Sven, you're having your life taken," and shit like that. Can't remember the wording, but it was like that. But at the same time he was saying this, he was either filming me or photographing me. And then about 10-15 minutes later, after just ignoring the stupid cunt, it turns out that he reported me for something I haven't done. So I was accused of stealing, and then obviously security had to go at me and my dad for stealing. And when I got home, I reported it to the police, phoned them up, but the police told me that they got a very busy time on their hands. So they said, if you need to report it if they report you, and then you have your say that way. So that's how it was, and I left it at that. Right, so I just want to mention something about this specific road, yeah? Because every time I've been on this road, there's been a car that's been timed, and I've been on this road just over 100 times or more. And every time I'm here, it can be anything from one car, usually more than 3 cars, and can be up to about 50 cars. Yeah, I can sit down the track that I've just come out of for 45 minutes, and there can be no cars at all on this road. And most times I cross that field or go down that track, there's no cars on this road, or no vehicles. There's always being timed when I'm on this road. Always. There's never been a time where I've walked this specific road where there hasn't been a vehicle. Right, so the next problem I want to mention is just as I came onto this road, there's a new van name that's occurred. I can't remember what it said on the side of the van, but it's got a picture of like dangling orange lights that are very old, and skeletons dancing in the orange light with like a bubbling sort of looking picture all around it. After that, there's a HHP van, and then I'm choked out by vaping stench from someone in the car, and then you had that car that passed. Fucking menacing bastard creator god just doesn't want to fucking start any more trouble. Right, so we've got a black gun looking vehicle with sunken headlights with light on in my direction. After that, white, black, grey, white, grey, and black and blue, and whatever it is, colour cars after that. DYE, die van, go van, earn a living van, proper job bag, carried my way. Brawl, BRAWL. Then you've got Fathers for Your Pleasure, fairground lorry. Loud bike issue. Then there's a van that says blue light on the side of it. Then there's like a twisted egg timer looking cult picture on the side of a van. And then you've got a girl racer car with teenage girls in it that look at me like a piece of shit. And obviously they have designed their car in a way where it looks all sexual with Easter designs and romance and love or whatever. Right, so you've had the Mr. Zippy t-shirt, you've had the van that says get a taste of your own medicine, you've had the No Sex Please We're British t-shirt, and you've had about 300 animal sounds coming out as to say fuck, had, or HAD, had, or something like that. You've had a crow saying knife Justin dead, haha, several times, and you've had a teenage girl or very young adult that's wearing a t-shirt saying sex baby, but it also says Easter baby on the same t-shirt. Right, so we just had a cyclist pass and he's just shouted down your throat. Well, I just want to mention something because I've been here about an hour, but I've also been walking the road like I did yesterday, just to get a bit of exercise while waiting around till drinking time, much the same as yesterday. Yesterday I had about 50 people start on me. That's 50, not 15. So this is people in cars shouting, cyclists, and people walking past starting on me as well. And there's many things that they've been saying, you know, and been going on about, just saying that you're a child rapist, a woman beater, a paedophile, a dangerous pervert, a dangerous druggie, a dangerous alcoholic. You've got to have your life taken, you've got to be shot, you've got to be burgled. We're going to keep on giving him hell, you know. It's just going on with that sort of fucking crap, you know. All that fucking stuff, just repeatedly. And in some cases they were mistaking me as Liam and Savan. So I'm a little bit pissed off. Obviously today hasn't been as bad as 50 threats, but there has been a couple of threats that have annoyed me. And also, yesterday I almost got attacked as well. So I had to be prepared for that. And that happened on 2 or 3 occasions yesterday. However, people did manage to control themselves, and luckily I didn't have to shout back or say anything back. I managed to control myself as well. Just over 20 minutes ago, I don't know how many times I've got to do this fucking video, I wanted to say that I phoned the staff up at Supported Housing to find out what the weather forecast is, and apparently it's supposed to be dry this evening with just drizzle, because if it wasn't I would have had to come back extra early without drinking my alcohol first before I went back. But unfortunately, 30 seconds after I put the phone down, there was a torrential rainstorm that lasted about 15 minutes, and we've had just over 5 minutes of continuous rain. So obviously God wants me to go back, but it gets even better because after that there's a burn van timed. Well, we know what that means, don't we, Christ, you crawty cunt. For the last few minutes or so I've been trying to document moaning about a specific subject regarding the Creator God and Jesus Christ and sexuality, but unfortunately I keep messing it up, so I'm going to do it later on. I was mentioning on that specific information that I've won by the evil of your actions regarding God taking the piss out of me and that sort of thing. But the problem is, straight after that, someone says, spastic, shot dead. And then what happens after that? A crow goes ha 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 and says, shot dead, shot dead. Well yes, if I'm shot dead, the evidence won't be around, will it? No. But that's what God needs to disguise, what he's doing to me. Little bastard. Oh, this evening's just taking the fucking piss, I tell you. What was I mentioning earlier? I was saying everybody fancies children. Well, it's true. Oh, I fucking tell you that. Well, I passed a couple of fucking windows, right? And now we've got someone coming, so I can't talk. As you can hear, that's unexpected. Right, I'm going to try and get my say, but God wants me to go home because he wants to burn me to fucking death with fucking energy weapons. So we're going for that route, Christ, alright? You fucking buckled bastard. But anyway, I wanted to mention something back there before you shut my fucking mouth up, Christ. You crawty cunt, by organising everyone's movement around me. You sick as fuck cunt. Right, so firstly, I witnessed a man in his 50s enjoying sex with a girl aged about 11. And they were enjoying it, and I witnessed it. So that's the first fucking window. When I reach the second window, there's a man aged about 35, 40, I didn't really know the exact age because I only got a glimpse, and he was enjoying sex with a boy aged somewhere between 9 and 11. So after that, I get to the next window, but this third window is very interesting because I've had threats from this specific house. in the past to be shot down or to claim that I'm a rapist or whatever, mistaking me as Sven. And what do I see? I see a boy aged about 15 enjoying sex with a girl aged somewhere between 6 and 8 years old. So I'm not very fucking happy to witness that, especially when I've not had sex in my whole life. But, you know, this is the way God wants to represent his fucking source of evil at me. Right, so obviously God wants to put a tractor my way, and with a spike, and obviously the bastard's absolutely corrupt. There's nothing you can do about it. And now he's backing up. And if you look at it at that angle, at that time of night, where he's standing there, it's now shaped as a knife. There's nothing you can do about it. The creator God is just absolutely corrupt. A cruelty bastard. Right, so you had a tractor with a bucket my way after that. I just want to mention something. This rain's getting heavier and heavier, so I'm getting drenched. I've got soaking wet feet, because obviously God wants me to go back, and he wants to burn me with energy weapons extra early, so that I get a full fucking taste of it. Well, I'll tell you what, Christ, if this carries on, pal, or you want to fucking curse me with this burning, you bastard, I will set your fucking animals alight. I'm not a nasty person, Christ, but you're going to turn me into a nasty person if this continues, you outright fucking vicious bastard. I've had a fucking enough of it, Jehovah, Yahweh, Allah, whatever your fucking name is, you cold, cruelty cunt, you fire-staking, burning bastard. Right, so I decided to go down onto the road area, where the houses are, but I've had to turn around and come back, because, as you can hear, this fucking rain has got heavy again. It's not even supposed to be heavy rain, it's supposed to be drizzle this evening. And I've also witnessed another incident where a man is enjoying sex with a child in a bedroom window. But I don't know how, because this specific house has a load of visitors that are parked outside. But anyway, let's see what else God's going to do to me tonight to take the piss out of me, or try and destroy me, or try and fucking kill me. Right, so as I was saying, the Creator God has locked the fucking weather into fucking rain mode. It's usually in sun mode to curse me with sexual weather and violate me with sexual curses. But today is to take the piss and to get me fucking completely wet, because the Creator is fucking warped, fucking twisted, fucking buckled, fucking hell-bent. Anyway, it gets even better because obviously I've just had my alcohol, but I've had to stay under a tree to drink it, so I'm stuck here, I can't enjoy myself, I've got to stay here because of this stupid fucking rain. Right, so I go to put my MP3 player on, and what happens? The fucking MP3 player plays up, so I've got no music either tonight. So the digital audio recording device has been playing up and caused me to delete a very serious fucking recording, and I'm fucking hitting the fucking roof. Right, so Old Mill, whatever it is, the first turning as you go into Barrack from Yeovil, not first turning, so you go past Rex's Hollow Road and go into Stowford, you've got a turning that's on the right. At the end, you've got a building called Old Mill something. Well, basically, what was there, I was trying to audio record this bastard that was starting on me, mistaking me as Sven, saying, right, you're being fucking shot dead now. And he came out and said, that's it, you lost your life, you fucking lost your life. And I had to get the shit out of the area as fast as I fucking could. And obviously, because Jesus Christ is a cruelty cunt and wants to disguise all evidence that I fucking get, means that I had to I tell you, I can tell you what, this is how fucking cruel you're fucked up, Christ. Yeah, I'm losing my temper because God is trying to disguise all this fucking action, cruelty cunt. Like I said, Jehovah Yahweh is a nasty, nasty, nasty bastard. A sexual fucking tearaway. So obviously, yeah, you know, I've lost the recording, I've lost the evidence of this conversation to fucking shoot me dead, and it's been deleted off this fucking recording because it was playing up and it just would not delete other files, and all the fucking buttons just wouldn't fucking move. I've had this before on this digital audio recorder, but tonight God has made the biggest fucking fuck up ever. Cruelty cunt. Right, so I'm a little bit pissed off this evening, because obviously it's very clever how to get these setups going. Right, so initially I see a lookalike to this Susan that I knew back in 2003. She spoke to me a couple of times, but she doesn't know me that well. However, she did hint or suggest that if I was single, she wouldn't mind getting with me. However, that fell through, because what happened was, in 2003, they upped the age of sexual consent from 16 to 18, and she was 17. And because of this, she turned against me. In that year of 2003, when they upped the age of consent, she found a boyfriend exactly the same age as her. And after we go into 2004, they dropped the age of consent back down to 16. And then obviously she was a single mother, and it's too late. After that occurred, you had an UPS van and a Granny for You bus. Some of the catalytic converter hot points call it catalytic converter hot point, and obviously, like I said earlier, all vehicles are controlled on back paths, farm tracks. You can go on a farm track, right, and think that there's going to be no vehicles, or the occasion would be the once or twice. No, this is every time, yeah. They're very clever about it. The creator God's fallen, unless the creator is involved with the government or the CIA, the military, the elite. But whatever happens, God's going to cause as much misery, as much mayhem as he can do to rip me to fucking pieces, or take the piss out of me, at least. There we are, catalytic converter hot point, next car. Right, so last night I got pissed. I just wanted to mention what's been going on overnight, and obviously I had a hangover today, so I left the building until 5 PM. The burning problem has been extremely bad. Not just bad, extremely bad. Also, there's been loads of loud bikes tying to erections as well. Like they're digging into your penis, deliberately trying to organise and rig up loud bikes, digging into your penis every time you get a sexual impulse, a sexually excited impulse, an erection, time going to a toilet. They would just not fucking stop it. Right, so the next thing I want to mention is the threats are on the increase. Anything to you're being bashed out, or you're being fucking smashed out. You know, all the fucking threats are on the increase as well from outside. So in total, you've had about 400 loud bikes tied to erections, and you've had roughly 200 threats, maybe a few more than that. And also, Neighbour 2 of Eastville, or that's where it seems to be coming from anyway, there's a lot of trouble coming from there, like lots of threats saying that I'm a child rapist, being murdered, being fucking knifed, being shot dead, burgled, and, you know, all the rest of it. So it's been very, very bad. Anyway, going out, it's been moderate. It's not been too bad, but it hasn't been great. So I've had 6 threats, and 2 of those threats are very aggressive threats, and one of those people nearly lost their temper and threatened to smash me out here right now. So I'm a little bit annoyed by that. As far as setups go, there's been a couple of cars trying to smash me to pieces, but initially a car reversed out of a drive, and as I crossed over the road I accidentally hit the car gently with my bag, and then the bloke who owns that car had a good fucking row with me, so had to get a bit nervous about that, because obviously I didn't know what he was going to do. But he just said, "You fucking wait." He sort of couldn't deal with him, but he didn't like go after me or anything like that. But he said, "You fucking wait," and left it at that. But you know, I can't help, you know, having to move around controlled setups. Then you had a couple of overhanging trailers trying to rip my legs off from behind, and obviously causing cars to reverse at me or to be started as I pass. And there's been a couple of loud bikes tying to erections. So I've just had John phone me up because I've not spoken to him today because I've been in bed with a hangover, which means I've had to switch the phone off. Anyway, he's told me that God has told him that he wants him to be a paedophile. Now obviously, whether that's true or not I do not know, but it could be caused by schizophrenia, or it could genuinely be something God has told him. It's not unheard of either, because I've seen these rapture dreams on YouTube where they have visitations of Jesus Christ during out-of-body experiences or sleeps, or, you know, whatever. And it is true, because obviously Jesus Christ has told his people that are suffering that they are allowed to have sex with children. Obviously it's against the law, but, you know, Jesus Christ has different laws than what's enforced on humanity, or when it comes to the age of consent of 16 in the UK. So just wanted to mention that. Something else I want to mention is going back to last year, and that's where a cat was shagging a kitten outside the staff recovery office of where I live, just outside. And this is not something that's rare either. I see this quite often, where animals are having sex in a paedophilia way. Bloody Headcase said, yellow car, grey, sexual, red car, bow whistles, crow fuck, bab, sounds, B-A-B, crow, child pervert, penis ups a loud bite, crow shag, da, a seagull says wife, da, loud bite time to a stretch, seagull says ha ha ha, being smashed out, life's down the drain, van, and black car time to be smashed over a drain cover. Right, so the last hour and a half has been a bit annoying with the loud bike issue, so time to erections, itchy bumholes, itchy bell ends, you name it. It's a rather personal thing to talk about, but I'm getting fucked off with it. FP removal van, followed by a girlfriend car, but the problem is they're making the suggestion that we stopped you getting a girlfriend. Poker face van, itchy bell ends, a loud bike, fiend bag car, a t-shirt with love hearts on it, POM van, POM van, Laundanium car, Mim van, and Leaks car, van, sorry, and that's the Leaks Conservatory. I don't very often see that van. Right, so there's been some teenage girls that have been saying you're being knife dead, bad life, there's no one left and all that sort of stuff, and you're a sick cunt or whatever, so I had to put up with that for a short period of time, caused me to leave the area where I was. Then there was an unusual bright light coming from somewhere, it's like a white light, and someone's wearing a t-shirt saying, here's your answer. I didn't expect to see a t-shirt saying this, but it says dog poo on the side of it, on the front of it, sorry. Then there's a 9 times loud bike time to a stretch, car time to smash me up, we have sex t-shirt, and Empire van. We've got a tingling bumhole, itching, and then there's a sexual car my way, after a loud bike time to an erection, and then they timed the van that says vote Reform UK, followed by the ripping you to pieces paper shredder van. I remember 2024, April to June in particular, they were timing the ripping you to pieces paper shredder van as I was passing the sign that says vote Liberal Democrats, win in here. So that's interesting, isn't it? There's just pissing about with loud bikes to erections at the moment, including ear-shattering loud bikes. Anyway, burning passion for the girl you love, that's coming to you, t-shirt. Sitcom breaking in said being stabbed. Catalytic converter setup timed. The traffic becomes heavy. A couple of rough people my way. And weird said, and pictures are taken of me as well. HIV needle, sick cunt, being shot dead, and 6 more similar threats basically. Breaking in, shut up, sick as fuck said. Lasers on said. Grey car, sorry, and dark red, sorry. Car with 1 light out, black sexual car, white car, time to an erection, loud bike, dad registration plate, I don't know what they're trying to apply there, but woken up, top, smiles all around van, bonus a loud bike, shoot dead said, bit tipsy so I'm not sure how to put this, rough people my way, I can't work out what I've written there. Couple of dark red cars, purple sexual car, black and blue car, air shattering loud bike timed as music goes quiet through headphones, and then same again 6 more times. Right, so time to another erection, I need to time a loud bike, timed as I turn my head, and then the cloud formation shapes up as one of the Pokemon characters, the yellow one, I'm not sure who it is, switch van, ball van, drain smashed over timed as I walk out the gate, grey and dark red car, deliverance van, no chance van, rough people my way start an argument saying the sick cunt's being shot dead, and then another person says the government and the police force want him shot dead, car trying to hit me, a gothic top saying kill the baby, and then a laughing smiley t-shirt. Right, so this covers the last couple of days. The day I went to go on the bus on the first day which was yesterday. I didn't realise it was bank holiday, and I forgot that we're in the Easter time period now, and that is Easter Sunday tomorrow. Well, today now. So obviously I'm back home. I've completed the last 2 days on this recording, and at the moment I'm not feeling too great because I've got the burning problem, but you know, there's a few threats because obviously it's Easter and there's several loud bikes to erections, a couple of animal sounds. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Right, so it's the 18th of the 4th, 25, and it's raining. So the burning problem was bad straight after 20 past 11 PM last night, basically for several hours, and I was kept up 3/4 of the night. I did get sleep, but I'm feeling bad this morning from it, even though it's sort of cut off around about 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sort of leaving now, which is like 11:30. So yeah, I can feel it pretty bad. Like going out this morning, we've got a nasty fucking morning. We do this every time it's raining or every time it's cloudy because they want to stop me going out, or they just want to smash me to pieces because the government want to sunshine everything, and they've got problems when we're taking pictures on a cloudy day, and you're in a pistol of smoke if you do take a picture on a cloudy day. That's their way of dealing with the situation, and they're getting really fucking nasty about it. And basically what they're saying, they want me gone. So we start with smash you to pieces rubble flatbed lorry, just in time van with the double bell alarm clock being smashed by a cartoon character with just in time written in the smashed clock face. Langford construction van straight after, message to you van, rent a kill van, another rent a kill van after a few cars. There's been a 1940s gun looking car. The t-shirt that looks like the t-shirt that says just come to fucking pieces. I've not seen that t-shirt for a while, but there are t-shirts that resemble that specific t-shirt that says that. Schick Baxter van, RT Keydwell van, dump truck my way, Life Learner car. What was the other bit? The other van, you had the other van, so it didn't make no sense, but it's literally near enough the same as the internet suggestion. That's probably where that person's got the idea from. There's a van that says, see you next life, trash cowboy. Child Lester van, it's about Leecestr, something like that, I can't remember the spelling. Same as, like, you know, the place, you know, in the UK. The Child Rakist van, Street Fighter Turbo jumper, the black gothic t-shirt that says manslaughter, knife down t-shirt, black jumper, hoodie, you know, with the red writing, whatever, in bloody style writing, and you know, snazzy writing, whatever you want to call it. In the midst of that, you've had about 500 cars. That road's been really busy. So you've had the black and blue cars. I can't remember if I mentioned it already, but you had the 1940s gun-looking racing car type thing. Loads of, you know, red mixed with black cars, black and blue, you know, you name it, sexual looking. Not sure about the knife shaped. I guess there's been a couple of those as well. I didn't take much notice. I try and grab the names of the vehicles because it's been a very bad suggestion this morning. Shortly after I see the vehicle that says see you next life trash cowboy, they time the ripping you to pieces van, which is the van I've seen on a regular basis that was passing the Liberal Democrat. Before Liberal Democrats got won the local election in Yeovil, they were timing vote Liberal Democrats. You know, they had the signs up, and every time I was passing that sign,
that ripping you to pieces van, which is a discontinued, but used to be used as a stationary van, for selling printers, paper shredders, stationary types of equipment, not equipment, essentials, and possibly, laptop equipment as well. It's one of those types of vans, but it's a discontinued van, but the name still is written on there, but it's faded slightly. Not much. There's been a couple of times where I thought that I seen that van and the name's been written off or whatever, but that's because I've seen the wrong one. It's just one that resembles that van. So after that, we'll get to the next part, and they talk about loud bike time to erection. This van's going to offend my dad, so I'm not going to say what it says on the side of it, but it says Sangha, and it says, "Is your man van?" Actually, there's another one that's not great, but I can give it because it's not making too much of a suggestion, and it's called Bike Means Mike, so it's like a bike repair van. So you had that one. So did I mention the night attack van? I can't remember. Yeah, so you had that. Raging Bull van. Oh god, it's been quite hectic actually. What was the next? Aqua Aid van, Blood motorbike, and a van with a syringe. Well, not a syringe, one of those what do you call it? Silicone tube things that they use for repairing windowsills, that sort of stuff. You get a picture of that on the side of the van. And then you had a couple of rough people in my direction. No threats today, it's all been good there, but you have had the sort of lunatic type of people that have been put in my direction. At the time that occurred, there's been a roadkill van, a very fast van, Just Go coach, a Hearst. In the midst of that, you've had a whole load of loud bikes tied to a stretch as well. So then you had a no sex car, Do You Understand van, Up the Age van like yesterday, and I think they're doing this on purpose. I don't know how it's coming out in this way, but you had the 65 van that was straight after. After that you had RT Keedwell, Chic Baxter van, someone carrying a bowl of liquid but is in the colour of spew. Then you had a dumper truck my way. Basically, Time to Go van, that's time, then the number 2 and go van. Someone's carrying, I think it's either it could be a computer game or something like that. It says Making a Kill. Agrii van, Agrii. We Are Expo lorry. What was the other one? There's a couple of other things as well. When I can remember, I'll let you know. Right, so I've got some threats. Fucking loony, I'm gonna fucking stab him. Got a mugshot said. Gonna fucking slice his fucking throat and wrist. And then obviously a loud bike to erection. Grey car. They timed a vehicle to smash into me. Car reverses at me. Overhanging trailer trying to rip my legs off. Obviously this is a bearded person as well. Choked out by catalytic converter stench. Black and fucking blue car. A sexual car. Black and blue car. And night. I can't remember what the other bit said on the van, but it sounded like it makes a plural suggestion, knife beating. This action's suddenly being stepped up today for some reason. Right, so we've had you're a paedophile child molester. gonna fucking smash you inside. I've been sneezed at 4 times. After that, black and fucking blue, right? A kind of a digger with a knife, a point on the end of a tractor fork, angled at me. A 3-wheel bike tied to an erection. Then a bike with a mechanism device that looks like it's masturbating, with like a little trailer thing on the side of it. Motorbike with bike kit written on the back. You're in a fucking burglary, you're being fucking shot down, you child rapist said. Mistaken as Savenne with another threat. This is not in order, I'm just doing this little bit in the best I can, you know, as it's come out, because I want to get this cleared so that I give you some idea, because the setups are fucking heavy today. So I'm gonna fucking smash his fucking teeth in, break his fucking arms and legs off, said. Fucking child rapist, fucking woman beater. That's it, he's fucking going, he's losing everything. That's your stuff, lost. Should be in a fucking job, said. You're having a burglary, a proper burglary. It's going to keep on happening time and time and again. Can't remember the phrase that was used, but basically this person was saying that once you've had a burglary once, you're going to keep on getting burglary. That's it, you're having your life taken apart. And obviously I was being mistaken as Savenne and said that name when it was occurring. And you're being injected with HIV, you're being fucking shot down in the doorway, you're losing your fucking life. You have to be played about with as a child in your next life and be sexually abused. So what, you're fucking sick. So that's been said. We had a couple of aggressive shouted threats as well, so much along the same content. So in total, apart from the one that I tried audio recording like just now, all the rest are slightly nastier. Mind you, that one was sort of, to start with, wasn't great, but it calmed down as I pushed the digital audio recording device record button. In total, I'd say there's been about 20 threats. Then obviously you've got the cars. So currently you've had about 700 cars and just sort of hanging about in a area just while I state this for a minute before I continue with the rest of the day. Yeah, as I said, there's been, I think it's 4 people that have sneezed in my face. You've had like a bike with a boy's knees facing upwards on the bike. Again, they're trying to make the suggestion of a bike tied to an erection. Pull boy van, which is like a van that's like got conveyor belts, pulleys, straps or whatever for doing specific things like pulling tree stumps out of the ground or towing cars or whatever, and they've decided to name it Pull Boy. So yeah, but anything else I'll keep you updated on. 6 spastic fucking life, you said. Silver Stars car, bonus a motorbike. Lots of black mixed with red cars, and black like followed by 2 red cars, black, 2 red cars, and that sort of thing. Hot Point van, black, grey, white. Willie Upson motorbike, then a load of sexual cars, grey sexual, motorbike. Right, so I've had several rough people photograph me, so in total there's roughly about 20 that's photographed me, including the people that gave me threats. I've been doing what I haven't completed what I wanted to do. I wanted to use the bus service initially, but there's no bus service today, so this is what's rearranging my movement into all the truck. Red, sick, white, heat radiation, van, burns the bread, van, who's that? Hold on a second. Jesus is the way. Black and fucking blue. Rain covers it over. Right, so we've had the Just Come to Fucking Pieces t-shirt. and a new van name that says Just Burn, and then obviously a Laughing Jesus Christ thing. I need to stop this. Right, so after all this shit this morning and having my plans all fucking buckled by the Creator God, I don't know what the reason is for this, what the reason is for the bus service not fucking running. But next fucking problem we got is just the Creator's just... Exactly. The Creator God's just an outright nasty bastard. There was 12 fucking threats in Aldi's. Anything from child rapists to fucking being knifed down, to shot dead, to being burgled, to being fucking smashed out, to anything else, where the Creator God is mapping out everyone's movement in a corrupt way against me. And these people were photographing me as well. Also, you had 7 people trying to sneeze in my face or cough at me, and I kept on dropping everything in the shop, so I thought, alright, I won't get this, I'll just get what I fucking need. So what I wanted to get is not complete, because it needs to tip out my hands. Obviously when I leave, car timed at me, sexual looking car, red, white, heavy traffic. However, where one car stopped, I managed to get across to get to the other side, otherwise it's packed solid, and that's how it is at the moment. Right, so we've had a girlfriend car, no chance van. I've forgotten what the other thing is now. Right, so we've had several cars, like black and blue, white, sexual, whatever. After that, bikes allowed van. Michael Winehouse van. How do I put it? How do I word it? There's a vehicle that looks like a rotted liver, but with 2 spikes coming out. But it's not a full-size vehicle, it's like a digger type vehicle. Loud bike tying to an erection. A bike wheelie at me tying to an erection, and a crow going ha ha ha. A seagull says you're going to go to the fire of hell. A seagull says you're going to be sexually molested as a child in your next life. A crow goes sharp down. And then basically I make it to the area where I live. Once back, several loud bikes to erections, more in the way of animal voice sounds, several threats, and the burning problems occurring. After making a suggestion with this with setups. I don't know what the cause is for all this fucking increased setup today, or why the bus service is off for no fucking reason at all, because I had today's plans planned out, because I wanted to take a picture of something, and because it's raining, I wanted to do it today, because I keep being cursed with sexual weather of sunshine, and violated with this sexual painting when it comes to sexual sunny weather, but nothing you can do about it. The Creator God's just an outright nasty, malicious, evil, sexual slaughter, ice stabbing, ice, how do you word it? You put a glass right, smash it right through your fucking heart. You put an ice axe in you right through the fucking dark water underneath in the cold. The bastard will fire stake you, here burn you. That's what the Creator God is, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, whatever you want to call him, Jesus Christ. When the bastards pushed his fucking luck today with these setups, if it wasn't for the bus service being taken off for no reason at all, I wouldn't have been rearranged to go in this fucking trap where God is ripping me to pieces with his fucking forces and getting a nasty bastard about it. But nothing you can do about it. Right, so I've been back 10 minutes and I've noticed that I'm burning very bad. So obviously what I just said about the Creator God being a fire staking bastard, a cruelty cunt and a sexual slaughter fucking tearaway and an ice axing bastard or whatever is coming true, because that's what he's done. They've taken the bus service off for no reason, and obviously I've come back home and I'm burning. So point fucking proven, innit? Fucking cruelty cunt he is. That's why I've turned against Christ and Jesus and Yahweh and Jehovah and Jah and Yah. They're all the same, and Allah. They're just a fucking evil entity that fucking rips people to pieces. Fucking ice-axing cunt. Right, I'm not in a very happy mood, because I've had to pop back out
because I'm burning because of the use of fucking energy weapons. Right, so let me give you the shit that was occurring when I was back home. And I think P neighbour was asleep because he's only just phoned me up now, so I've asked him if he's experiencing any of this, but he's told me he's fine, so it looks like someone's beaming it to me from somewhere. I don't know if it's outside or whether it's in the building. Right, Pedo just said someone's outside says reason for burning from radiation is because you stole Sam's bike. The problem is I haven't stole Sam's bike. That's somebody else. Right, the next problem is that accusations claiming that I've had sex with Sadie when I haven't. Right, car revs busting in, Justin. Right, so sick cunt, Justin. You are supposed to be with Gizmo Lisa, Shingles Attraction, and telling me I should be with people over the age of 40, saying you're a sad cunt. Right, so next problem. Loud bike time going for a crap. When I go out initially, started cars, black and fucking blue white, and catalytic converter control with a car trying to smash me to fucking pieces. Then a syringe posed by someone in a car. Photo taken of me, and I'm being choked out by a catalytic converter. So what happened when I went back is I was there for about half an hour, and this burning was very fucking intense. So firstly, I was getting toothache, sort of sensitive toothache, like sensitive teeth, but also affecting the root area of the tooth. I had to keep wetting my hair, because quite simply, it's the feeling of like cuts across your whole head, but a lot more sour feeling, mixed with like a raw burning sensation, a bit like when you graze your hands when you fall over. But that sensation right across your whole head, but with a more of a sort of sour feel to it, and more like an intense burning, but not a burning like when the sun burns your face. It's more like cat claw scratch mark type of burning. So I got that sensation right across my whole body from top to bottom. I've also got itching on my feet, getting pins and needles here and there. On top of that, you've got the feeling of numbness in certain areas across the body, which is a sensation that's occurring. And obviously when this sensation occurs, when this burning problem occurs, it causes me to get the shits. So when I went to the toilet, yes, I had the diarrhea. Also, I've noticed that when you're trying to breathe, you're struggling to breathe, because when you're breathing in, that burning sensation's in the air itself, and it's causing you to struggle to breathe. You really are struggling to breathe, and it's like a burning sensation that you're breathing in, and it's causing like, you know, like that. And when you try standing up, when the burning's occurring, you've got like itchy feet, but at the same time they've got like a wobbly feel to them with a burning sensation. And when you are standing up, you feel like you need to collapse on the floor. It's like you can't stand up. It's like something's trying to grab a grip hold of all your organs in the body to cause you to collapse on the floor. This has been going on for over a year, and they won't do nothing about it. They just say it's caused by schizophrenia. This is not schizophrenia, and in the past it's shown up on radiation detectors, EMF meters, and has also caused the batteries to heat up in the building where I live, or in my flat. The thing is, they're not allowed to look at these devices. They have to look at it in their own way, and they're very disagreeable with the situation. And obviously when it comes to bidding on Home Finder, you know, the Mutual Exchange Council register, they just don't accept places when I bid. You're not prioritised, you're rejected, someone else is being considered. Because you're a single man and not in a sexual relationship, or a teenage single mother, they won't rehouse you to a different accommodation. Right, to where I am now, I've had about 30 fucking threats. I'm soaked because the weather's fucking torrential rain at times, and obviously I can't do nothing, because obviously I've had to leave my place because of the burning problem. Those 30 threats are anything from smashing you to fucking pieces, to breaking in, to knifing you dead, to injecting you with deadly diseases, to shooting you dead in your own fucking doorway of your own place, to beating you to death or knifing you down in your own fucking place, on sexuality, of accusations of rape, child abuse, and beating fucking women to pieces. Well, I've not been in a relationship and I haven't beaten women to pieces, and I've never had sex with children. So I'm getting fucked off with it. They're also telling me that you're being burgled time and time and again, that's going to keep on happening, and that you're having your whole fucking life taken apart, and saying that you're not having sex, you're supposed to be with the negative type, saying you're too old to have sex, or saying that you're supposed to be with single mothers, you're supposed to be with a stale bitch, you're supposed to be with a very used person, and a person that's a single mother, or a person that's made mistakes. So I'm not very happy about this, and obviously, like I told you earlier or yesterday on the previous recording, they're telling me that you're supposed to be with people over the age of 40 at least, or you get known as a sicko or cradle snatcher, and you have your fucking lights beaten out of you, or you'll be fucking knifed down or fucking beaten to death because you're not supposed to be with a sexual woman. But the problem is, I've not had sex. The problem is, I've been sexually abused as a child. I've been stopped from getting anyone all my life, and all these people that are in sexual relationships have basically worldwide have had sex by the age of 40. Well, I'm told that I'm a sick cunt if I don't have sex with people over the age of 40 because I'm 43 coming out 44. Well, yeah, it's not going to be exactly very fresh, is it, or very good looking in my age group. So obviously it's going to have to be a bit younger. You're going to have to make that a fucking exception, because all the sexual type are in relationships, or they have been married, or whatever. I can't get a single person that's mentally ill, because obviously when it comes to the sexual type that are mentally ill, they're all in sexual relationships. When you go onto these dating sites, or mentally ill people dating sites like autism dating or Asperger's dating or whatever, they're all in relationships unless they're the negative type. And obviously yesterday everyone were telling me I'm supposed to be with Gizmo Lisa, or Lisa this, Lisa that, and saying that's the sort of attraction you should be with now, and saying that you're fucking sick. So they were getting nasty about it outside, saying that you're going to fucking be beaten to death, be fucking shot, or be fucking smashed to pieces because you won't fancy negative attraction. And saying that you're supposed to be fancy people with warts, rashes all over their body, and telling me if you don't fancy that sort, you're fucking sick. Well, the problem is I don't take to that type. They're also nicknamed the Toff faces, T-O-F-F, if they sort of got that goofy look or laugh in a stupid way or cough hard or whatever. They're usually the fat type of people when this type of attraction occurs. Well, I'm being told that I should be with that. But the problem is, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm being told that I'm supposed to be with people twice the age of people that sexually abused me as a child, when it comes to the younger people that abused me as a child at the age they would have been at that time. Just a couple of years ago, on Friendship, on the internet, a lady aged 35 told me I'm a sick bastard and shouldn't be reading anything at all that concerns a lady of that age or under that age. So I ended up ripping up the Bible, because Jesus died, or was crucified, sorry, at the age of 33 or 34, and that's under 35. So I got a bit nasty about it. Obviously, when it comes to these people that have had rapture dreams, I've tried asking them if they're single, if they can help me, because I've not had anyone in my whole life. They just reverse the consequences and say pray to Jesus. Well, Jesus doesn't do nothing, because I tried praying years and years ago and my life just got worse and worse. And obviously I went to church for 3 years, and in the time period I went to church I was almost attacked, my life got worse, and there's a load of crow ha-ha-has or corrupt animal voice sounds. At times I was praying, singing, or when a loud bike was tying to an erection, or when a threat occurred when I was in the church praying, or whatever. And obviously when the threats were shouted outside to smash me to pieces and say I'm a rapist, a seagull or crow would say, ha-ha, you're being beaten up when you leave the church, ha-ha, you're a child rapist, Josh, you're never going to have sex, ha-ha, you're going to be sexually abused as a child in your next life, ha-ha, you're going to go to the fire of hell, there's no one left, just, ha-ha, Jesus Christ has turned against you, ha-ha-ha. And at times I've had this sensation where it feels like something's trying to grab you under like a slide going downwards while sitting in the church. So while that's going on, I thought, this is the wrong religion, Jesus is the devil, Yahweh, Allah, Jehovah, Yah, Jah, whatever you want to call it, are just evil fucking entities. So I gave up on the issue. And obviously you've got to take into account that not all men can take to people in my age group, and homosexual attraction is the type of attraction in my age group, but women don't have a very good looking face in my age group, and the ones that do, which is very rare, are married in sexual relationships with about 10 children or whatever. So how the fuck am I going to get anyone? You can't go for a prostitute because they don't allow anyone. They tell you that basically, for a blowjob, you're looking at 300 quid to 800 quid on a scam that took place back in 2018. If you want proper sex, but not in the UK, you won't get it in the UK because they're different, but if you want sex, safe sex that is, with a condom on, you're looking at about £3,000 in a different country. And it can be £6,000 to £7,000, if you want raw sex without a condom on and proper hardcore. And the reason they charge that much is because they have to take the risks, and obviously they need to confirm that you don't have any sexual diseases before they have sex with you, if they have sex with you without a condom on, and obviously the cost is a lot more than safe sex. But anyway, you know, all my life I've been stopped from getting sex, I've been stopped from getting anyone. Any friends I had who were female, or near enough friends, were taken by my enemies. They made them pregnant, and now today, I'm a lot older, it's too late, and also you've got to take into account back then, people weren't moaning about the age gap. So people 15 turning 16 could get with people in their 40s, and it was seen as normal. Today, you're known as a bit strange if you do that. So they basically fucked my life up completely. So how the fuck am I going to get anyone that's sexy, that's not a single mother, that's sexy enough to fancy and have sex with, who's not, you know, full of diseases or completely used or very stale? How's it going to happen? Well, I don't fucking know, but I'll leave it there. One other thing I wanted to mention about the rapture dreams is some of these people that I tried messaging to find out if they're single. So these are people that have visitations by Jesus Christ, dreams by Jesus Christ, or encounters where Jesus Christ has been involved. And they've either told me to pray to Jesus, told me that I'm a sicko, you need to up to age, or telling me that, you know, we're nothing to do with you, we don't know you, you're supposed to get a Bible and read the Bible yourself and hope that Jesus helps you. And they've changed their profile picture to laugh holding a baby up, or to make suggestions that I'm a sick cunt. Right, so I'm a little bit pissed off at the moment because there's been several loud bikes tied to erections. It's time regardless. There's been 2 or 3 years where they've fixed every single bike on the road to every single erection of those 2 to 3 years, especially when I was living at Burnham-on-Sea, which I was very annoyed about. But the next thing I want to mention is they've just timed a lookalike to someone who sexually abused me as a child, tied to an erection, an old person that did this, followed by a Make Love Not War t-shirt, age is just a number, it's love that counts t-shirt after that, and then a lady aged about 30 wearing a t-shirt saying under 50's fine. Then there's a baby in a sling my way, a 2-in-1 van, Happy Many Returns van, and then finally a cheering van. Right, so at the roundabout you had a load of cars, so you had about 60 cars roughly. Most were black and blue, sexual, knife-shaped, gun-looking or whatever. And in the midst of that you had a clean hard van, power clean van, someone wearing a religious t-shirt which belongs to the Christianity religion, and it says The Invisible Baby, and it's got a picture of Jesus Christ on it. After that you had a van that says 100% bleach, and it's a cleaning van. And then after that, finally, a loud bike tied to an erection. Right, for those that don't know about the Lauren curse, or Lauren curse, or whatever you want to call it, let me just give you a bit more details on this, because I've not really mentioned it properly, not on a video that I'm doing separate to the regular recordings. So basically what has happened is, going back to 2015-2016, there's someone called Lauren in Tesco's, and I had a CD that had some writing on it, and it's asking if anyone wants friendship, which is a CD I use to lean my paper on to write problems down when I'm walking about. Well, she found out that I was single and she knew that I wanted sex, so she was hinting that issue as well. And also I was trying to hint back that I want sex as well, because she's good looking, she was very sexy, smooth skin, you know, similar looking to Britney Spears mixed with the appearance of Kylie Minogue at the same time. And I thought, yeah, you know, that's my type. But unfortunately, every time I saw her, enemies were coming past or trouble was occurring, which split the suggestion of me trying to make communication with her. I mean, in that we had to both go in different directions. And then shortly after, she started avoiding me. She got in a sexual relationship with someone called Michael. He's a builder, and he threatened to smash me to pieces and fucking beat me to fuck, thinking I was Sir when I was walking back from Tesco's one evening. And obviously she's now in a relationship with ginger haired boys. She doesn't like me at all now, and obviously that's the end of that. Going back to 2015-16 area, there's also a painting on the internet which had a picture of what resembles this Lauren. Going back to 2023, they've decided to reissue that painting, whatever the name of the painting is, on a postcard. And I went to look at it in a shop, and I thought it was a hot sunny day, and I thought to myself, I've seen this before but didn't take much notice of it. It just reminded me of Lauren. So after that I got to the bus stop and I thought to myself, well, I should have bought that, or I should have photographed it. There's more detail on there which is more concerning, and the sun curse issue. So basically this painting is a picture of a sexy looking lady with her legs behind the clouds, and she's got a half naked body, and it's been designed to look like Britney Spears, the smooth skin she had when she was about the age of 20 to 22ish, or whatever age it is. I wouldn't say Kylie Minogue, but as for facial features, yes. The painting itself is slightly different looking to this Lauren that works in Tesco's, but it's very similar. Anyway, she's posing her body in a sexual posing way, like she wants sex with you, and is really sort of suggesting it really suggestively. She's holding her hand out, I can't remember if it's the right or left hand. She's got the sun coming out of her hand on a miserable chap that's walking down a track and being cursed with the sunshine, where it's cloudy everywhere else on the painting or whatever. As far as this chap looks on the who's walking down the path, has a resemblance to my face from a side angle, especially the shape of the nose in particular, and looks younger than me, but the actual overall picture with the clothing that's being worn would suggest someone that's about 50 or 60 years of age. So he's got a backpack on, holding a torch. I can't remember much else about that picture. I saw that there's a hut in the background, you have like a farmhouse, loads of fields, a lot of woodland around, and the rest of the picture's like a grey cloudy day with rain, but you did have this sexual curse where this woman is coming out of the sky making a sexual pose with her lip as well, by the way. So it's like a lip like going you know, sort of sexual looking lip, not the sort of poses you get today where they pose with their lip to one side or give that sulky look or that dry and sarcastic pose. It's more of like a sexual sort of pose that people were giving back in the 90s and 2000s. But anyway, since I saw that picture, I've been cursed with the sunshine every single day. On cloudy days, there's been over 150 cloudy days for other people in 2023 and 2024 where it's been blue skies and sunshine where I've been. In actual fact, I've looked at the Met Office and BBC weather forecast, and they've been wrong about it being cloudy where I've been over 100 times, both in 2023 and 2024. But anyway, so going back to this initial painting that was put on postcard, is a newly produced card. It wouldn't be so suggestive if it wasn't mass produced, but unfortunately I had to get the bus because otherwise I would have missed it, and when I went there a few days later the card wasn't there for sale, it had already been sold. So I got the name of who the artist was. I went back home, I lost the paper. Several months later I went back there to find that information out again, and they were treating me as a sick bastard and applying that I was Savem when I'm not. And when I did speak to them, they had an attitude problem, the same person that was, so she had a totally different accent and totally different attitude towards me than the first time round. And then obviously from that time onwards I haven't found that picture still, and it's not on the internet, so I can't verify the facts of it. But I'm still being cursed with the sunshine, but violated with the sex that should come to me when I'm being cursed with the sunshine. Right, so the wind and the rain wants to throw the fucking shit everywhere and get all the information off of it, so I can't have a say. Anyway, so we've got a gist lorry to apply fist, a Merc lorry to apply murder, twisted razor wire looking vehicle, smashed glass looking suggestion all over a vehicle, and then you've got a vehicle that looks like broken bones. You know, after that there's like a gypsy looking vehicle which is very rugged looking, 1970s, to apply this and that, you know, like blood everywhere or smashed whatever everywhere, but it's sort of dull colours in that sort of suggestion. 1920s iron looking vehicle. It's also very robbery looking. A started Tesco van, board van, the wooden door van, the rocking donkey van, the wheel of fire van, date link jumper, it's a black jumper, whitish writing, filophile van, up the age van, adults van, 65 van, and up van. Here comes the night van. A car trying to smash into me out of a roadway. A car overtakes, but I'm in a situation where the overhanging trailer is time to rip my legs off from behind. Exactly the same again. A car reverses out of a driveway at speed, trying to smash me to pieces. While this is all happening, drain covers are being hit over by car after car. Then there's a matter of 6 started cars with a catalytic converter on it, which smells like vinegar mixed with the smell of rubbing 2 stainless steel knives against garden cress, except many times stronger. Time to an itchy bumhole, bike from behind. Your life is set to worsen, or something like that. I can't remember what the t-shirt said properly, because at the time I was eating. Prepare van, future van, tip of the iceberg van, it's your lucky night t-shirt my way, no sex sticker in a car window, forever van, and then so van, just the word SO. Right, so I just went to the end of this track and they got like a blood baby bath, you know, the ones that they kill babies with the knife on the top of it in 1920s asylums or whatever. Obviously it's not that, but it's a lookalike to that. So obviously I've come back down this path. I just want to talk about God's creation at the moment. So why do underwater creatures urinate and defecate in the same water they eat and drink out of? Why does ivy strangulate trees? Why do we have the Venus flytrap plant that can kill insects? Why do snakes paralyse other animals with venom, causing excruciating pain and death, as well as strangulating them to death? Why do crocodiles and alligators and other animals bite the insides or cut the heads off of other animals with their teeth to cause excruciating pain and death? And why do animals have to fight for survival in all these situations? If Jehovah, Yahweh, Jah, Yah or Allah is a loving God, and Jesus Christ being the son of that loving God, then why does this all occur? Very questionable, isn't it? Right, so I've just spoken to John on the phone. He's a friend that I knew on the bus, so he started speaking to me on public transport back in 2024, and that's how we became friends. Now, obviously he suffers from paedophilia, and he's told me about this. He can't help it. He fancies young girls, he fancies young boys and children or whatever. But then again, everybody does. Everybody fancies young girls, young boys, children, or whatever you want to call it. So let's get through the facts of this, shall we? So, as a child, a girl would get in a relationship at school when she's about 8 to 11 years of age. Then they'll have illegal sex with each other, and then when they reach the age of 15 to 17, they will then become pregnant, and then that mistake will be made, and then they become a single mother, and then they got congratulations all over their Facebook channels. If someone's a single mother and you don't want someone who's very used or a single mother, then it's too late for the older generation who have not had sex yet in their whole lives to go with that person because a mistake has been made. Anyway, these people are telling me, or the people that are in their younger age groups of young adults, tell me that you're supposed to be with people over the age of 40 or you're a sick cunt. So all these people are having sex in their teens, 20s, 30s and so on, yet they got the nerve to tell me I'm a sick bastard if I don't go with someone over the age of 40 for first ever sexual relationship in my whole life. Well, that means everyone in the world is a paedophile if they've had sex with someone under the age of 40. The next thing I want to mention is once they become a single mother, they turn more dry and sarcastic, more serious, and they start working in jobs like the military, the FBI, the CIA, the police force, in warehouses, in car dealerships, in supermarkets, in shops, you name it, and that's just to earn a living. And then what happens when they reach another 15 or 20 years on top of the age that they are from when they became a single mother? they are still coming up to me or making the suggestion on dating or social media that you're a sick bastard, even if you fancy them in their 30s, and yet they've been a single mother or had sex since the age of whatever it is they had sex at, and they've been a single mother for about 15 or 20 years, yet still telling you you're a sick bastard if you fancy them, because they don't have that shingles attraction looking face or that negative face, and that's why they do it. Which is cheek. You don't tell someone they're a sick bastard when you were made a single mother 20 years before the age you are now, when you're telling me that you're a sick bastard. I mean, and there's not really much in the way of age difference anyway when that person is that age. And also, you're not supposed to tell people to go with negative attraction like shingles appearance in the face, a person that's got warts all over them, or someone that's really negative looking. You don't tell people that. You don't try and throw people off the case. You're supposed to go with someone that you fancy, unless you're looking for a different type of relationship depending on the person is. You don't dictate people and tell them to go with a piece of shit or someone that's like an old granny if they've not had anyone in their whole life. But that's exactly what they're doing.